This man would have no problem dragging me off to a dungeon. Then you slide me in a tiny little area where I barely fit. I'm claustrophobic, so it starts to freak me out. My shoulders are big and burly. That's why you're afraid. And why do my hands need to go behind my back? Why do I have to be completely debilitated? They treat me like total crap. I can't look at them in the eyes. I have to look at the floor. And then if I give any kind of resistance and don't give them full dominion over my fingers as they fingerprint me, then what happens next is they slam my head into the wall. That's happened to me once. Every day, 100 emails of people saying, please help me. I got this jackboot thug kid here in Texas. I got a guy in LA. I got a story on camera. He got picked up for not paying traffic ticket. He's now HIV positive. It's not just one or two, and it's not a few bad apples. You have bad apples on this police department. I'm not going to a dungeon because this pig over here and this pig over here want to drag. I mean, look at the terror flag he's wearing. Look at the terror flag he's wearing. What happened?
That's his business, not yours.
My business to ask, though, you know what I mean? I was actually going to drop the cameras and go into Kung Fu mode. Good thing you came back. If you hadn't come back, I was going to Kung Fu, bro. I'm just standing there filming, you know? These guys are so predictable. Such beta male chumpzillas that when you put torture cuffs on someone, you're torturing them.
I appreciate your information.
Well, it might not affect you at all. You might not give a rat's ass about another man. How many cops do you guys need? You guys need a few more cops here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get another giant like this one. There's no third party to film cops searching your car. I mean, one time when after I became known across the country, then the cops didn't put me in torture cuffs quite as tight. I was in torture cuffs and the guy tried to cut off the blood to my ulnar nerve and my arm. That's why this hand shakes now. That's what he did. He's got his hands on his head like a POW though. You know, I'm not a fan of police, but at the same time, I'll treat you like an individual. Absolutely. Until someone gives me a directive or tries to demand my ID or.
No, so you can't do that in here. You can do with us all you want.
So let me
record other people.
Now let me tell you this: go pound sand. Go pound sand, bro. Jump down on your knees and eat my shorts. I'm filming them right now. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? No, you can't. No, you can't. Go ahead. Now let me educate this dirty jackboot thug pig. You have a First Amendment right to film police. That right does not change when you go into a police lobby. It's right there, the right to film cops. You got people like that who don't know that this is a public forum. I can film in here anytime I'd like. What are you gonna do about it?
Well,
you're not gonna do a damn thing. And if you do, I'll sue you personally under 1983. And then you'll face federal district court. Or take your happy ass back to your office and flee like a little dog.
That was easy.
Look at this kid. Look at him. Little stick figure they put in a costume.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
This is a kid. I could wipe the grief from out behind his ears. Don't do this crap. Was your daddy a pig? Tell me what happened. Retire now, dude. Are you going to physically stop me from doing my job?
I'm not going to physically do that.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to walk around here and take some videos.
Okay.
So if you're done, then head on back.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
So that was a lie.
Today I had to help with police calling or mailing.
What did he say?
My dad was in the police department from 1946 to 1981. He retired as a shift commander. And I'll tell you what, this fire station was built in 1969. And he was here from 69 to 81. He was a shift commander here. And before that, you know where the big city hall is? When he first started, that city hall was built in about 1955. And the old city hall, he was in there. And then after that, what? Is there anybody I could talk to here?
Huh? Unless they want to come down to the gym.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Instead of walking around sighing and breathing hard.
I don't like where this is going.
They're literally colluding together at the front and blocking me from entering.
Come on, man.
Dude, you better grab me while you got that badge on. I'm not going to physically challenge you, dude. Not while you got the badge on and you're working in a security capacity. I'm not going to challenge you. Hey, there we are. There's an officer of the law. I don't go in there and smash that desk and beat everybody up and say, I'll do what I want because I agree to live under a series of laws. I've agreed to that. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I won't violate your rights just like I don't want you to violate mine. I want a matter of record. I'm not willingly walking off. He's telling me if I don't leave that he's going to arrest me. And so as a man of law and order who respects the social contract and the rule of law, I'm going to do what he tells me to, because if I don't do what he tells me, he's going to arrest me. You are a bro. You're not tough at all. With your badge and gun, you got no badge and gun, you're a wuss. Don't get in my face, punk ass.
Excuse me.
Think you're a man with a gun in your hand, don't you?
You're a jack. Thank you for being a good. I'm telling you, dude.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Dude, get your hand off my camera, lady. I'm fired. Your dad's a pig. Your dad is a pig.
Call my dad a pig?
I think your dad's a pig, bro. Are you rude? Get off me, bro. Get off me, bro. You want to attack me? Do it. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to get...
Go ahead. What's the matter? You don't want to be on camera now that you tried to attack me? You can't attack me, dude. You need to get on a stair stepper for a while.
Where is law enforcement?
For law enforcement for what? For having a civil discussion? Name and badge number. Name and badge number. What's your name and badge number? Hey, you have to identify yourself for the policy.
Leave him alone.
No, he has to identify.
No, he doesn't. Leave him alone. Go back to California. Leave them alone.
You're upset because he didn't identify himself.
You can't act in your official capacity and not give your name and badge number. This cop comes out here and starts demanding me around and then threatens me that he's going to come out. Well, then do it. Do it. Put me in torture cuffs. Then I get damages. Right now it'll be a declaratory judgment. He came out and asked me if my name was Dan. I said, I'm not going to tell you my name's Dan or not. And then he said, well, you can't film in here. You're making someone feel uncomfortable. So then I went right over and I put the camera on. The guy said, what are you going to do about it?
Got his name on the back here, and you also have my card with my contact information. We went away from badge numbers because we changed from badge numbers to department
Solomon
seniority.
Aries. Is he a lieutenant, a captain, a sergeant? What is Solomon?
He's a police officer.
He's an officer.
Yeah,
Well,
yes, sir.
he should not be promoted. You don't get to not identify and act in your official capacity. And that is worth filing for. It'll take me about 4 hours to write.
Policy not to jump other people's vehicles.
Would you guys kill the battery? Are you going to help her get her car started?
Can't base off my policy.
Off your policy. What's your name and badge number?
What?
So that you can identify the thousands of people watching.
Why do I need to identify myself?
Because you're an officer on duty, and according to the LVMPD handbook, when someone asks you for your name and badge number, you're supposed to give it.
Based off what?
Your handbook that I've read, that you have not read, obviously. I'm a member of the press. I'm a member of the press. I need to identify you. Okay, I'll do what I do.
I grew up in this town, and this is bullshit.
They were going.
They left the lights on. I can't even steer my car.
If you're gonna one up and you're gonna film the police, you better know what you're gonna say and how you're gonna say it. You have to practice saying it. So when you see a copper, you're gonna run up and you're gonna say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be filming this interaction. I invoke my First Amendment right. You can address me as Mr. Good Citizen." You have to have your stick down. Cop comes up to me and says something. I'm a little bit confused.
You can leave
I'm
our
gonna
scene.
stand
Yes,
right
you can,
here.
sir.
I'm standing in the parking lot. I came to
Sir,
get
would
gas.
you like me to
and you guys,
trespass this individual
you
from your
can't
property?
trespass me, honey. You can't solicit a trespass. Go ahead, let's follow it. Let's see if you're gonna get sued. She's trying to solicit a trespass from owners. It's illegal. You guys are seeing it all over the country. Auditors are getting arrested left and right. And why are they getting arrested? Because they don't have their stick down. They don't have their lingo, their jargon, their mumbo jumbo, and they don't invoke their rights. Now, when the cop comes up to me, the first thing I'm going to say is, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. What's your name and badge number? Now, I just said that I get to be quiet, and you have to tell me who you are. You see the power in that? You see the power in that? What's going on, Team DLZ? What is going on out there in the land of YouTube? What is going on in America? How is everybody? Everybody do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit it. Hit the like button. It's right there. It's that thumbs up thing right down there below it. Just hit the like button. Hit it. And then put in the comment section, if you would, please, OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section. That is, so many of the police interactions that you see that go viral started off as a Terry stop. As the copper just being suspicious, I'm just a little suspicious. I'm suspicious of you. And then bang, you're dead because, well, the copper is what the copper is. So what is going on? As I watched, I'm out of the dungeon. So for those of you guys who haven't been back or haven't, it's 420. So for all y'all who are 420 folks, I'm so grateful to be back. And thanks to you guys, all you guys who donated on my crowdfunding to help me pay for these lawyers. I'm looking over all of the names, and we're going to look over it publicly as well today. But as I was looking over all the, hundreds and hundreds of names that people donated to me, my lawyer bills, and I still had to come out of pocket 17 grand so far. So, but take that 60 off. Wow. You guys, to each and every one of you, I am so eternally grateful. And I want to say thank you. You guys donated on my GoFundMe's. You put money on my Cash App, my books, my jail, my phone. You guys, like, holy, I am the tip of the spear, but you are the weight, and we will overcome. And it's darkest before the dawn. And this is some of the worst policing we've ever seen in the history of our country. So it has to be getting better. There's no way it couldn't be. So I want to show you guys a video that this is originally, now there's a guy who put this in the middle of his video, and it was this guy here. Bulls. Listen, listen. I saw the inside of the dungeon. We have to make me electable. I have to become electable to people who don't believe that police are doing a bad job. Okay, because the only way this stuff is going to change is if someone gets in power that says, here's what needs to be changed in your law books, and here's what has to be changed federally, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is from Bulls Deep, and it's covering a James Freeman audit. And, shout out to James. James did a video for me, directed people over to help me. And so I'm super grateful to Freeman. And to give you guys full disclosure, I had a couple conversations with James Freeman on the phone when I was in the dungeon. And look, we are on the same team. Freeman and I, we had political differences. We had a debate, blah, blah, blah. But when you get locked up, all right, when the doors close and they say, turn around and cough, you find out we're on the same team. We're on the same team. So I just happened to see this audit by Freeman on this channel as I was scrolling through, looking at different stuff. And, James Freeman is OG, one of the greats of all time. So he was, before the political garbage on YouTube, he was hands down my favorite auditor. And this audit right here is the reason why he was my favorite auditor, period.
Plate light is out. It won't let you get out of the car, and when you get home, all of a sudden your license plate light is working.
This is literally the exact same scenario encountered here. This is the beginning of the emails sent to Chief Cullison. This was sent prior to discovery of James Freeman's encounters with Wasmer.
Whether it was, and then he'll just say, oh, well, it might have been a short, I don't know, something got bumped and it went out when I got a lot of...
Wasmer.
Okay, so give you a little bit of background here real fast. So this guy, Bulls Deep, he was pulled over for no reason, for no taillight. We're going to go into Bulls Deep story. But this Freeman audit, when I saw it, I was like, this is classic.
That's too bad.
So this is just Freeman, who rolled up and started filming these coppers. and auditing this stop right here. He didn't know that he would be put in Bull's Deep video later, but watch.
I wish we weren't right by the road so I could hear better. Oh, we're doing a vehicle search now. I don't know if we have probable cause or if we just got permission because she doesn't know her rights.
He's absolutely correct.
This is what I hate to see. Hey, turn your camera on, man. Turn your camera on. Record. Please. Hey, record, please. Yeah. You know, I don't know why they're searching her vehicle. But unless they have probable cause, the only way they can search it is if she consented. She can revoke consent at any time.
What should we do, man?
Well, she's your girlfriend. You go talk to her and let her know, hey, you can revoke consent at any time.
I'm not inclined. I don't know nothing about this.
Whoa. Well, okay. There's, you know, and by the way, you know, he is inclined. He jumps in a second. The guy just said he's not inclined, but you are inclined. You're inclined to film. You are inclined to inquest. You are inclined to interrupt. You are inclined. You are interested. You are an activist. You are an activist with your camera, and you are a member of the press. You do get involved. You grab the camera and you listen to the activist on the scene, Freeman, who's telling you what to do and how to do it. And you get involved. You absolutely get involved.
I just don't want to interfere, but since you are actually with her, they might try to, hey, just tell her she can revoke consent at any time. If they don't have probable cause, they need to stop now.
And he's loud enough so she can hear too.
If she's revoking consent, then they are violating her rights at this time. Now, remember when I first walked up and I asked her if she was okay, and she said no. She's clearly scared and uncomfortable with what's going on, but feels that she needs to comply with everything that they want to do to her out of fear. So a search of her vehicle is okay with her consent. I like to compare this to other things that are okay with consent, but not okay without consent, such as sexual contact. Saying the words to agree to sexual contact with somebody because they threaten or intimidate you isn't actually consenting. Likewise, someone consenting to sexual contact because of their ignorance or lack of understanding about what they're really doing is also not considered consent. The officer inside of her vehicle is a predator. He is preying on her weakness or her ignorance or her fear to get her to consent to something that she would never otherwise consent to. Okay, she clearly does not want them searching her car at this point. She's trying to revoke consent. She feels intimidated. She feels intimidated though, but she is trying to revoke consent. He is still inside of her vehicle, searching.
She didn't say it yet, so they're just gonna go and do that.
She didn't say what?
She didn't say it at first, so they're
No. So now they're trying to tell her that because she consented at first, she cannot withdraw consent at this time.
No, so let's stop right there. And this is why you have the trifold in your visor. You can pull it down and say, if I give consent, I can revoke consent. While filming, if you know the cop's going to search your car and you initially give consent, you can revoke that consent moments later. However, you must be unequivocal, clearly stating, I gave consent and now I revoke consent. Stop searching my car. By law, if you give consent, you can revoke consent. 2018, United States versus Williams. You have to have the literature in your hand. Your backup your mainstay is your Ninja Warrior camera. You get it on camera, you read it, you say it out loud to the copper as you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Look, it just so happens that James Freeman is on the scene, one of the OGs of auditing, and his dominant personality is letting these cops on notice that there's an activist on the scene here. These cops, lo and behold, could you imagine, just for a second, these could be these might not be the brightest police officers on the force, right? These might not be. So you have to have the literature in your hand and show the copper, if I give consent, I can revoke consent. You pull it off your visor and then you read the trifold to the copper. Okay? It's step by step by step by step. You want to have it on you. You may not have a James Freeman standing off the side of your car.
This is absolutely false. Again, like other things that you have to give consent for, you can withdraw that consent at any time if you begin to feel uncomfortable with what's happening. No. You can revoke consent at any time. You're in big trouble now, both of you. She has officially revoked consent.
Hey, let me call someone over. Who do we call over?
No, it doesn't matter. These people are in big trouble now. She has officially revoked consent. You can revoke it at any time.
I don't know what I should do.
Anything they find from here on out is... Look. So after consent is withdrawn, you can still clearly see that he was still inside of the vehicle searching it. Then he pokes his head out to try to intimidate everybody else after she has revoked consent. 4 individuals are standing around him, watching him commit a predatory act. And what does he do? Does he stop? Well, first he gets out and tries to intimidate all of us in hopes that we will all just give up on it and let him do whatever he wants to do. No.
He's already saying it. No. That's not going to happen, because you, with your Ninja Warrior camera, were on the scene. You saw those coppers pull that person over. You walked up with your trifold in your hand or your cop cards in your hand. You know your rights. You got your phone blazing and you're telling them, if you give consent, you can revoke consent. You are the Ninja Warrior. You can do it. And you should get involved. Now, Freeman will take it to another level here, but...
No, anything you find from here on out is inadmissible, and you know it. She has revoked her consent. You're done. Get your supervisor out here.
I don't know why she's not saying it.
Because she's scared. It's intimidation. Look.
She has to say the words. The 2018 case of United States versus Williams says, by law, you have to state unequivocally, I gave consent and now I revoke consent. Stop searching my vehicle. You have to say the words. You have to say the exact words. I revoke consent. You guys have seen me do it in 2 different videos. Walk up on the scene, tell the person to revoke consent, and boom, consent's over. This lady, if she had something in her car, Freeman saved her. Straight up. Just walked up and saved her. Just plucked her out of the clutches of the of an organization that needs major reforming. An organization that has problems in its hierarchy and in its structure. How is that? How is that? How is that? Is that good? Is that good? It seems to be attracting people who might not have the best ethics and values. JBTP, right?
Look, if I held a gun to your...
I why she's not saying it.
Because she's scared. It's intimidation. Look, if I held a gun to your head and said, hey man, can I search your car? What would you say to me?
Don't let what he said just wash over you. Listen to what he says right here. Listen.
If I held a gun to your head
If I held a gun to your head
and said, hey man, can I search your car? What would you say to me?
And that is what the book Atlas Shrugged and Ayn Rand teaches you, is that this government has a tip of a gun pointed at you saying, you will do it how we want you to, or the only solution is you go to jail. And so, in a nutshell,
If I held a gun to your head and said, hey man, can I search your car? What would you say to me? See the intimidation attempt? You see that? That's why they violate people's rights. Because everybody who knows that she can't be searched, see, they intimidate you. Hey, get away. This is my stop. Get away. Get away.
What do we do?
He's stopped at this point. He's
right. But for you, listen, for you, you have the trifold and you have your phone. You have these. You're not James Freeman. Sorry. And you're going to see Freeman take it to another level in a second. He's going to take it to another level. That's okay. But what I'm saying is, you're not him, right? Fair enough. I'm doing buy one, get one free. I'll give you one of these for free. I'll give you an extra trifold for your friend. You use the broccoli wad rubber band. You stick it up on your visor. All your ish is put together on a laminated card. Your registration, your driver's license, your proof of insurance, all put together. Copper comes up, you give him this. Copper says another thing, you invoke your Fifth Amendment right. Exact same thing on the cards. The driver card is the blue card. It says the exact same thing on the driver card. You go step by step. You go step by step. Cop cited, start filming. Number 2, while filming the cop, give him all required legal documents right there. Then state unequivocally, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. If he asks you to exit the vehicle, you lock the doors, show this card, or say, I do not consent to searches or seizures. The card's just like that. I'm going to give it to you for free. I just got out of jail. I'm giving away so much stuff. I gave away more trifolds to people today. Every day. Gave away a bunch today. To people who said they couldn't afford one right now, but they're going to come back around. Awesome. I sent you a trifold, bro. Okay. So 2-for-1 trifolds, but now let's 2-for-1 trifolds and cop cards. Let's watch Freeman now destroy let's watch James Freeman now really use his right to speech to redress government agents who he feels like have slighted him and slighted the public by not respecting her rights immediately when she revoked consent.
I've never actually had to go through this with a police officer.
These are defenders of the Constitution. They should be the ones saying, hey, you can revoke consent. Hey, I need your name and badge number. Name and badge number. You, name and badge number. WASSMER. See, that's not, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, if you haven't done this before, you're probably not going to do what Freeman's doing. You might not take it to this level once you got, because he saved her, right? Like, I think people may find some enjoyment in the upcoming segment. Others of you may find it slightly disturbing. But once he saved her, and clear as day. Like, here's the moment right here. She has revoked her consent. You're done.
That was it. That was it. When at 11:42, when he says she has revoked your consent, that's it. You're done. The cops were now on notice that there was a journalist there with a camera who was serious.
Get your supervisor out here.
It's over right there. It's over. Saved. Boom. He's walking away from the car. The woman is now saved. Now you're going to see them blah, 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 talk for a second. And then here comes, there's the money shot right there. There it is. Boom. It's over.
Hey, he's to the SMER. That's Lavon Police. His name is WASSMER. What's that? Yeah, we're good. If you guys are splitting, that's good, man. Okay. If you guys are free to go, then deal with this later. What I would do is call the department. You got his name. You can yeah. Grab that plate number. You got his name. WSS. I'm sorry. I'm live streaming this too.
Oh, so just I don't know if it comes up, but he pulled her over for BS, for total nonsense, for something that she didn't. There was no crime.
And so I'll be able to show you where the video's at. Hey, he's trying to get your identifying information sent to. Hey, shut up! Shut up! Hey, shut the hell up and identify yourself. Hey, thug! Shut the hell up and identify yourself.
For those viewers who may be disturbed by free speech, I apologize to you for this difficult moment you may be going through. Take your hands off your ears, get your nose out of that butt, and stop licking boots. And take a look at what this guy did to this woman. Pulled her over for no reason and then was searching her car. With no probable cause. Just searching her car. But yet you may still choose to lick those boots.
He's got to get your identifying information because you won't get it. Stop talking over me. You shut up. Shut up. Identify yourself. Where's your supervisor? No, I don't have to walk away.
I've asked you to come now.
What's your badge number?
You being here, you weren't involved.
You need to identify yourself.
Identify to you.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Hey, what's his name? Thank you.
Did you hear? Listen. Okay. When you're a man and you're challenged, right? When your ego's getting involved, your words will get a little bit funky. Watch.
I've asked you to come now.
What's your badge number?
Listen to him carefully.
You being here, you weren't involved.
You need to identify yourself.
Identify to you.
Yeah, you.
I don't need to identify my to you. Is that what he just said? I don't need to identify my to you.
You being here, you weren't involved.
You need to identify yourself.
Identify to you.
Yeah, you do. Hey, what's his name? Thank you, ma'am. That's all I need.
Holy shit, Drophead. What's up? What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? For Dropheads, just gave away 50 memberships. Let me right now play this for you one more time. This is the Drophead 50 membership replay. Are you ready?
Identify to you. You being here, you weren't involved.
You need to identify yourself.
Identify to you.
I don't need to identify my to you. The alpha male is on the scene. And it's not you, Copper. You are not the alpha male. You can't even speak clearly when being redressed for acting as a tyrant, as a thug, as an anti-constitutionalist, as a lawbreaker. And this journalist activist has called you to the carpet. And when he did, you could no longer speak properly because you are not acting properly.
No, I don't have to walk away.
I've asked you to come now.
What's your badge number?
You being here, you weren't involved.
You need to identify yourself.
Identify to you.
Yeah, you.
I don't need to identify my to you. That's a Drophead 74 replay right there. That's a Drophead 74 replay right there. Right there. Michael Eline, great big thanks to this guy for jumping in on my channel when I was locked up in the dungeon.
Dude. Hey, what's his name? Thank you, ma'am. That's all I need. I appreciate it.
This is my business card. I'm Officer Spencer, badge number 520.
I appreciate it. I need his also because he was in the vehicle.
No worries.
All right.
Everything's
and the
good.
threats on me for filming him and trying to identify him, this guy's out of control. I appreciate you being professional.
That's so funny, right? Because like I think there's a game here, right? Because put a 1 in the chat if they're all on the same team. If he's the vampire, right, then she would be a vampire too, right? They're both shapeshifters, right or wrong. Put a 1 in the chat if they're both shapeshifters. That 1 second they could be a regular human being, and then the next minute they can turn into like this horrible, lose all humanity, twist him, hurt him, punch him. Like they can just go to right. We know that, but we all play this game. And they play it too. There's a good one and there's a bad one. There's a good cop and there's a bad cop. There's a cop who's reasonable and he's your friend.
Also because he was in the vehicle.
No worries.
All right.
Everything's
And the
good.
threats on me for filming him and trying to identify him, this guy's out of control. I appreciate you being professional.
I don't know his badge number, but this is his name, okay?
All right.
There you go. Any other
Great.
questions, sir?
That's it. Thank you. That very much. I'm James, by the way.
Good to meet you, James.
You too.
Take care. Be
Thanks.
safe.
All right, you too.
She's not a shapeshifter.
Now get the hell out of here, servant. Now get the hell out of here, servant.
You see, this is why before the drama, Freeman was my favorite auditor. I mean, probably still is. He probably is, the OG of all time, the beginning. You know what I mean? Like he set the standard for a lot of other auditors. If you're not familiar with the auditing world and how it broke down over the years, going back to Carlos Miller, and before that, I think it was in Northern California, where I don't want to get too lost on it, but then Freeman was one of those another level when he came out, when he first started auditing years ago, another level. He's on the same level as like Philip Turner. He's the same kind of OG, like, just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he just is. So it is what it is. Like, so, but he's the one in my book, in my eyes, from watching years and years of police videos, that took it to another level where he would tell them, you dirty pig, do your job, get out of here, servant. He brought that new level to auditing that wasn't there before. So that was, from my view, his contribution.
Sir, I said get out of here. You're dismissed. Shut the hell up and leave. That's free speech, so shut up and move on. Tell him to move on. That's right, punk. Your days of terrorism are over.
Yeah, Felix. John Felix was an OG as well. So if you want to, I can come right back. Well, let's finish Freeman's masterpiece here.
She's all right. She gave me the identifying information. Actually, I'm going to give this card to you as soon as they split. All right. So she doesn't have his badge number, but that's his name. All right. And her name and badge number is on that card. That's also free speech. You like that? That's also free speech.
He didn't give a badge number?
No, he refuses to identify. And that's why you were getting his plate number, to get as much identifying information as you can. And he attempts to intimidate you and threaten you for being up here getting his identifying information. What do I do next with this? We'll get his... police really don't care what police do. So
Mr. Freeman handled that.
So like, there it is in a nutshell. Like, I don't expect you to do that, but I do expect you to grab your camera and to start filming the interaction. Even if you're filming it like this, if you're just filming, but I expect every single person here to be filming. I expect every person here to have a trifold that you either bought from me or you got from me. And I emailed you a digital one because you emailed me, you went to my website and you emailed me, and then I emailed you back and I sent you one you can print out on your own. Everybody should have a trifold. Everybody should have a trifold. People like Drophead and F and Michael Eline and BZ Watchdog and Chuck Phillips and there's just so many people who make it possible so that I have got to get the I've got to get it out to you. You have to have what you shouldn't have to battle. You shouldn't have to battle with the copper for him to know that you can revoke consent. You should be able to show him that on either a trifold that you got from me or one that you bought from me. Either, but you should have a trifold. There's no reason why you can't get a trifold. Whether you email me and say, I need one that I can print out, I'll email it to you. You can print it out for free. Or I think I can. How many people can afford $1? I might be able to open up the $1 one. Let me text my buddy. Let me pull something up though. So someone mentioned John Felix, right? And so I wanted to keep going on John Felix. Where is it? John Felix. And I think just go to videos and go to popular. And this is it.
Just make sure when you get pulled over, just safely pull over. I just want to make
I did.
Safely pull over.
I did.
So if you guys don't know, this is John Felix.
There we go. Getting stopped. I don't know what for. Pull up to the next intersection and make a right. He's yelling at me over the loudspeaker. I wonder what I was doing. This should be interesting. Pull up to the next intersection and take a right. Now he's following me with his lights on. Now I hear a siren. What is with the siren? He got on his loudspeaker and said, go to the next intersection and take a right. Oh, man, I can't win. Well, I'm trying to just go about my day here. Here you go. Here's your heroes. Now I'm being stopped like I'm some type of criminal. Let me get my license out. What happened to it? I don't understand where he wants me. I'm going to pull in here. Kind of looks safe. I think. I hope. Let's see what this guy wants. Here we go.
Can you roll your window down for me, please? I just wanted you to pull off the road at the next intersection. I didn't want you to come all the way up to Pasco County.
Is this not the next intersection?
No, sir. There's about 5 driveways you could have pulled into.
I thought you meant the intersection here. I apologize.
I said the next intersection. There was a community there you could have pulled into. And I pull people over all the time to pull in there. There's an open field right there you could have pulled into. There's many places.
Just a misunderstanding, sir.
Okay.
I thought you meant this intersection. Here you go.
Can you roll your window all the way down for me, please?
Why?
For officer safety.
Sir, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm recording everything.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my hands.
I'd like you to roll your window down, please.
Sir, I don't feel safe.
You don't feel safe?
I do not.
Would you like me to get another deputy so you have 2 law enforcement
I'll
officers?
feel less safe if there's 2 of you here.
How would you not feel safe with police officers here?
I could explain it, sir, but you're not going to believe me. So here's my license, which I'm required to give you. Here you go. And here's my insurance, which I'm required to give you.
I need you to put your window down, sir.
Sir, I'm not required to by law.
Yes, you are, sir.
I am not. I've been through this many times.
Okay, please put your window window down.
I don't feel safe. So here's my hands. They're going to be on the steering wheel.
I need your registration also.
Okay.
Could you send me an ID, please?
Why am I being stopped?
For speeding, sir. You slid right past me and you were going 65 miles an hour. It's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Okay. Here's everything I got.
Okay.
And here's my hands, okay?
You want to tell me
oh, wait, here's it.
With rolling your window down?
Here's everything I got. Here's all my paperwork. I'd rather just remain silent from here on out.
Is this your?
I'm going to remain silent from here on out.
Well, you need to tell me if this is your current address, though. If I ask you, I'm not asking you to any questions about any crime. Okay.
I'm still allowed to remain silent, sir.
You could remain silent.
I can remain silent at any time, sir.
I don't need to give you your Miranda warnings. I'm just simply getting your identification, which includes your current address and telephone number.
Sir, with all due respect, I've given you everything I'm required to give you.
Okay. So everything that he has said so far, oh, I put $1 trifolds on DeleteLawZ. I put the promo. It's right there. Here's the $1 trifold. If you can afford a full price trifold, buy one because you get one free. The $1 trifolds, you only get one. So, but then I've got to shut that down just for people who are here now who don't have any money and you're like, I can afford $1. So then I get your full mailing address and all your contact info in my system and my factory just ships it. So, but here, everything he's saying right here, you should immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You should immediately invoke your right to remain silent. But now you should be doing it with a trifold and a camera in your hand. You should be doing it like this. He doesn't have to tell him right there. It says, everything I have to provide by law is in the slip below, because you're a member of Team DLZ. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance, all put together just like this on a laminated card. All just like this. Boom. Just like that. You did that. You did it. You got this all done. Now you know when you show him the trifold, everything I need to provide is already in the slip below. Everything I need to provide. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I've been. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Those are the words you have to say. I'm teaching this to you because I just was in the jail for 4 months. Now I'm an activist. I put myself in that position, but I don't want you guys to put yourself in that position. So if Felix had only had a trifold back then, this is old. Felix is a legend. He's classic.
By law.
I'm inquiring as to whether this is current or if you live somewhere else.
And I answered.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you said you weren't going to tell me.
I said I don't. Okay. I'm going to say this one more time. I remain silent. I don't answer questions. And that's it. Do what you have to do. I've given you everything I'm legally obligated to do.
Do you have any firearms in the car, sir?
I don't answer questions.
No,
Okay.
You need to answer that.
Okay, wait a minute. So right here, just so you know, listen to what's said, and then let me show you the difference.
Do you have any firearms in the car, sir?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so look, Felix is a goat. I mean, he's the man, right? Love you, John. But the 2013 case, Supreme Court said that you have to say the words Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. You have to say the actual words. You have to say the actual words. Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. You have to say the words. And then he can't ask you any more questions. But because John does not invoke his Fifth Amendment right, and he didn't have trifold, you have. It's just better if you have the literature. I mean, I'm selling for $1 right now. If you don't have any money, so you're like, you know what? I'll just spend this money and I'll get this trifold from this dude. Okay, but you have to have one.
No, you need to answer that question, sir.
I don't answer questions, sir.
Sir, do you have a firearm in your car?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Are you some sort of sovereign citizen or something?
No, I'm not, and that's defamation.
I'm sorry? I'm asking you a question. I'm not telling you.
No, sir, I do not work for the police. I do not work for the police.
No, I didn't ask you that.
Well, that's what a sovereign citizen is.
No, sir.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Sovereign citizen is somebody who doesn't think that the law applies to them.
Sir, I've given you everything I'm required to give you by law. What are you talking about?
I'm just,
You're just making stuff up now.
I've been polite.
I've been polite to you too, sir, and I've given you everything I'm required to give you by law, and I've done everything I'm required to do by law.
All right. I also need your telephone number.
No.
Okay.
I'm not required.
All right, sir. You can hold on to this because I don't need this. I'll be back with you in a few minutes.
Okay, so he should have invoked his Fifth Amendment right. Other than that, I mean, but look, that was a 2013 case. This pullover may have been before 2013.
He's totally lying. I was not going 65 miles an hour. I had my cruise set on like 54. Here you go. I'm a sovereign citizen because I'm obeying the law. He's violating the law, trying to get me to incriminate myself, asking me questions I don't have to answer. He thinks I have to answer him because he's the sovereign citizen who has a badge. He's called back up because I won't roll my window down, which I'm not required to do. All traffic stops can be done with the window rolled up. 8.14. I'm not required to sign 3.8.14. I'm not required to hand you my license, even though I do it, because if you don't, they'll get violent with you. Thus, I'm not opening my window. I gave him the courtesy. I opened my window. I did everything I'm required to do by law. And he's lying. I was not going 65 miles per hour. So here we go. Now another fucking court battle.
And he does fight. We've helped him fight. Team DLZ has done fundraisers for this man to help him fight his ticket. So put a 1 in the chat if you have a trifold. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a trifold. Put a 1 in the chat if you have the cop cards. The cop cards are $10, but if you want 2 pair, put on your order slip that you need 2 pair, and I'll give you 2 pair. But put a 1 in the chat if you have one. You use it. You look. I just spent 4 months in jail. You don't want to go. You would just rather skip it. You'd just rather skip it than go to jail. If you stand on your rights and you know how to invoke your rights, and you follow the 6-step tutorial on your driver card or your non-driver card, this goes in your wallet, so you'll always have it, even if you're driving a rental. If you stand on your rights and you use that Fifth Amendment cop card right away, if you're a driver, you pull your blue card out, and as soon as the cop comes up, you already have your license, registration, proof of insurance all put together, ready to go. And then this right here, you said, you put it in just like that. Cop comes up, you start filming, say, I invoke my First Amendment right to film. Cop approaches, states the alleged infraction or questions you give them all your required legal documents in that little slip I just showed you. And then you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Cop asks you to exit the vehicle. You exit the vehicle, lock the doors, and say, I do not consent to searches or seizures. And there's the case law below it. Flip it over, you get to number 4. Cop asks to search while filming. You give consent. Then you can revoke consent by stating, I revoke consent. He asks you to get out of the car, asks to search your car. You say, sure, sure, you can search it, no problem. You know what? I changed my mind. I revoke consent in the same breath. And then, so you see right there, it says Fourth Amendment upheld 2018 U.S. versus Williams. If you give consent, you can revoke it. Number 5, cop says he smells something. This case law applies to states that sell medical trees for recreation or for personal or for medicinal. While filming, show this card and state smell is not probable cause. 2021 Commonwealth versus Barr, smell is not probable cause. Cop says he's calling in a canine while filming, show this card or state extending the stop violates my rights. 2015 Rodriguez versus United States. Cop cannot extend the stop to call in a canine without reasonable articulable suspicion that you have committed a crime. So, I didn't see that super chat. Thank you, whoever put that super chat in. It puts a little notice at the top of your thing, but I haven't been looking at the comments very much. I've just been kind of rolling. Thanks, Swamp. Appreciate you, man. Swamp. But Felix is killing it in this.
This is unbelievable.
It's not, I mean.
So he told me to pull over in the next intersection. So to me, this was the next intersection. You heard when he came up, he was like, that's why he was doing his siren. Because I guess he wanted me to turn early. Like, I'm supposed to read his mind and know what he said. He told me the next intersection. In my mind, there's the next intersection. And I was not going 65 miles an hour. So I'm not required to sign 3.18.14. And here comes an undercover cop now. So he called up backup. Now undercover cop and a Ford Fusion is here. Let's see. These guys are probably going to try to escalate this. Now, mind you, I've done everything I'm legally obligated to do, plus some. I'm not required to roll down my window. I'm not required to hand in my license under 322.15, but I did anyway. He's already calling me a sovereign citizen. 1, 2, 3 cops now, because he can't just do his job. Now his backup's talking to him. He's probably telling him I'm a sovereign citizen, when in fact, the 3 sovereign citizens are parked behind me. Police are sovereign citizens, not me. Here comes a girl cop. She's got a mean scowl on her face. Let's see if they're going to try to teach me a lesson and show me who's boss. No good. She's leaving.
I love how he narrates everything he's seeing. And he's got the camera on himself so we can see if anything happens to him. You are the most important
Wonder
thing.
how long they're going to take to issue a speeding ticket. Can't do anything. See, you can't do anything in this fucking country without being harassed by these terrorists here.
Constantly.
So I'm traveling in a safe manner, doing about 54 miles per hour. He lies and says I'm doing 65. So he'll lie in court and say I'm doing 65, which is a bald-faced lie. He'll have no proof to back it up, but the judge will believe him because he has a costume and they all work together. This is how this works. Now, he's got guns and tasers and everything, but he's scared. And I told him I didn't feel safe rolling down the window. And he says he's going to bring a second deputy, and as if that's going to make me feel safe. That makes me feel less safe. And here he comes now. Let's watch.
Okay, so let me jump in just real fast. So Chinese Sissy says, what's wrong with being a sovereign citizen? So I'm not a sovereign citizen. A sovereign citizen is someone who believes that the social contract does not apply to them, that the rule of law that is created doesn't apply to them. That's what a sovereign citizen believes, that they are their own governance and they'll govern themselves accordingly, properly in a way for society, but they don't need to live under a rule of law. That's what being a sovereign citizen means. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm pro rule of law. Our structure is supposed to be based on a social contract written by Jean-Jacques Rousseau that would make a rule of law society. But we're not living under a rule of law society. We're living under a tyrannical police state, prison state, death state. So I'm not a sovereign citizen. I don't identify with sovereign citizens because I follow the rule of law. In 25-mile-an-hour speed limits, I do 25, even if I think it's ridiculous, because it is. But I believe in following the rule of law. That's what I believe because of everything I've read. I haven't read a lot of other philosophers who would advocate for I haven't read those philosophers. I know I've been fed a list of them to read, but I have not read them. So anyway, that's the difference. So that's how I see it.
Him. I would pause it for this dead air time so the video won't be so boring, but I don't know. I got to leave it running. I don't want to fiddle with it. The guy's already claiming that officer safety propaganda bullshit.
It's so funny. He puts holy double chin on there. He looks like Family Guy, kind of. It's not an insult. It's fun.
He also brought up, I didn't want you to go all the way into Pasco County. So now he's got me pulled over outside of his jurisdiction. Well, this will give me some more practice in court, I guess. I actually have a lawyer now.
What do you guys think? Do you just I want to see your comments. I want to see, do you think we're living under a rule of law? Do you think that this is rule of law? Do you think that the police are following the rule of law? The politicians are following? Yes, we are, or no, we're not following the rule of law. You think our country is being led by the rule of law? Do you think we're all being held accountable to the rule of law? I'm just wondering in general what you guys think.
I actually have a lawyer now. Actually, I have legal insurance. It's $26 a month. If you want to support me and this channel in my efforts of trying to get freedom restored in our country, friend me on Facebook and buy some legal insurance or some home security or many of the other things I have for sale. Rings, jackets. And here he comes. Let's see what happens.
Let's see something. Let's see something. But where's his Venmo or his Cash App? Where's his Venmo or Cash App?
He's got something in his hands.
All right, sir. Here's your stuff back. I'm citing you for speeding. Like I said, it was 65 and a 50.
That's not true, but okay.
You have.
I have my cruise set. I have my cruise set on 54, and I have a dash cam. You see that, right?
All right. So anyway,
that's fine. Okay.
$43 fine, and you have 30 days to take care of it. Thank you.
And you're going to be in court.
Drive safely.
Yeah, he'll be there.
If you want to take it to court, I'll be there.
Will you tell the truth in court, or are you going to lie like you're lying now?
Swearing affirm.
Scumbag piece of shit. Fuck off. You too, piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. You fucking piece of shit. What's my deal? Armed men stop me and steal my money? You call that freedom? Are you armed? Or are you stupid?
You talking about us?
Yeah, you, armed men.
I don't get any of that money.
You don't get any of that money? Where's your paycheck come from?
It doesn't come from citations. It comes from county taxpayers.
Right. I pay you to steal my money, correct?
I didn't take that money. It's not my money.
Who's initiating the theft of the money? The armed men who are stopping me on the road, traveling freely down the road, trying to go about my day. You're going to steal money from my family. Yeah, just shake your head because you know it's true. It's not true that you are. Hey, buddy. For me, I was going 54 miles an hour. I had my cruise control on. Your guy's a liar. Good cops don't let bad cops do bad things. So you're not a good cop either. Sir, are you kidding me? So the sovereign citizen judge and the sovereign citizen cop who work together all the time, is he going to have evidence I was going that fast, or is he going to be hearsay?
He will.
No, he won't. He'll just say, I saw John, and the judge will believe him. Bro, you're a sovereign citizen. He's a sovereign citizen. You guys violate the traffic law nonstop. I have about 100 videos of you guys violating traffic laws, and you're armed hypocrites coming here with guns trying to steal my money. How come he didn't make me sign it? All of a sudden he realizes what the law is. And he tried to tell me I have to answer his questions. He's a liar. I know I don't have to sign it. He tried to tell me I had to answer his questions. No, I don't have to answer anything. I don't have to answer any questions. You guys are liars. You're a sovereign citizen.
Trying to make sure that you get your citation. That's all it is. He's trying to make
And I gave him everything he needed, and he insisted I still needed to answer his questions. He's a liar, just like you. Okay. That's what cops say. When cops get cornered, okay.
I don't understand why you're so negative towards law enforcement.
Because law enforcement take human.
Whoa. And I'm going to let Felix have his rant here because he does a beautiful rant right here. I've seen this 100 times. But, whoa, what did that cop just say?
I don't understand why you're so negative towards law enforcement.
Whoa, right there. Tell me right now in the comment section, why are you, or why are some of you, how come some people, why are some individuals who feel wronged by the police? This is the new PC me beta version. We're trying some things out. Okay. So that we can get me elected, so that I can change this system that needs to be reformed. The system that needs to be reformed. So why do some of you feel negatively towards law enforcement in America? How come you feel negatively toward law enforcement? Let your feelings be heard, and I'll post some of you guys on the screen, and we'll see why some of you, try to keep it 2 or 3 lines so that we can read it real quick and understand, what happened to you and why you might see, law enforcement in a negative way.
Because
his rant here is gorgeous.
So negative towards law enforcement.
Because law enforcement take human suffering and turn it into cash. You guys don't do anything productive. How is stealing my family's money?
Stole your car today and drove away. Who would you call?
If I called the cops, and they wouldn't do any good. Because first of all, you rarely recover anything. You rarely prevent any. No, it is true. I'm a police accountability activist for about 20 years now. I've been following you.
How many cases have you followed up on in Hillsborough County and District 1 lately?
Hey, how many bad cops have you arrested?
4 for 6 this month.
How many bad cops have you arrested?
4 for 6 this month.
How many bad cops have you? See, you won't answer that. How many bad cops have you arrested? How many cops breaking the law have you arrested, pulled over, given citations to?
Personally, 1. I've only been here 6 years.
You arrested a cop for what?
Domestic.
Oh, he was in a private capacity? How about when he's in his official capacity?
He wasn't committing a crime. You beat him.
How many cops who break traffic laws have you pulled over? 0. Okay. So cops don't break traffic laws? Nonstop. You guys don't follow the law. You guys don't follow the law because you're sovereign citizens.
We actually have GPS in our cars that actually gets us in trouble. If we're speeding for any reason, it sends a.
See, I have a.
Oh, did you hear this hunk of shit? I'm so sorry. That's going outside of my politically correct zone. I just have to listen real quick, just real fast, okay?
GPS in our cars that actually.
You guys don't follow the law because you're sovereign citizens.
We actually have GPS in our cars that actually gets us in trouble. If we're speeding for any reason, it sends a.
See, I have 100 videos.
Put a 1 in the chat if that's a gigantic pile of steaming, absolute smelly dog pookie. Put a 1 in the chat if this video, I was trying to scroll down on the channel a little bit. This video was made in 2018. 19 million people have seen this. 19 million people heard that lie just now. 19 million people. 19 million. Oh shit, I gotta turn off that promotional trifold. Whoops.
Videos of you guys doing that. You don't get in trouble. You're a liar. Oh my God, what a liar. Yeah, complain to the cops and then they investigate. The cops investigate themselves.
Just make sure when you get pulled over, just safely pull over. I just want to make.
I did.
Safely pull over.
I did.
You did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
You said initially you pulled over on 41. Just make sure you pull over to a safe area, just like you did here. Okay. That way you're safe and he's safe. That's our only concern. I don't care if you hand anything out the window. I don't care if you answer any questions, anything. Just give.
He cared. What's his name?
It's on your citation.
What's his rank?
It's on your citation. He's a deputy. But
just a deputy. He's not any sergeant or any striped sovereign.
Just make sure you give him all your information. That way you.
I did. And I did. And I gave him everything he wanted. He wanted more than I was required to give him. No, it's not fine. It's not fine that you ask for more than I'm required to give you. That's disingenuous.
He's nailing everything.
You asked for more than I'm required to give you. That's disingenuous, uncredible, and it's not. I feel that way.
The matter of the fact is, you have your citation, you're safe, and you're free to go. And you, like I said, that's the end of it. But I'm just letting you know that safety-wise, just make sure you pull all the way off the road. That way you're safe and he's safe. Because these people are drunk, they're texting, they're not paying attention.
Dude, why do you keep saying that when I already did it? I did exactly what you're saying, and you keep repeating it. Do you guys all share the same brain? Do you all share the same brain?
What are you talking
about? Yes. I'm glad you admitted it.
I told him yes, I was good.
Do you all share the same brain?
You know the answer to that question.
Yeah, the answer is yes, because you all parrot the same shit, you all break the same laws, you all act like sovereign citizens, and you don't follow the law.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry I feel that way. I have video documentation of cops breaking the law nonstop over the past 20 years, but is he sorry that I feel that way? Get out of here, dude.
He said he's sorry that he feels that way. And what I've been doing as this is,
I'll act like
he's listing every reason why some people find it challenging to accept this current form of law enforcement in America. He is laying out the reasons why, the specific reasons why. And then as he's laying them out, I've asked you guys to put your comments below of the reason why you may have a negative feeling when it comes to law enforcement in America. Okay. So, and then the cop is going to say to him, I'm sorry you feel that way. Grew up being harassed by the same 4 cops, 80 stops in 6 years, and arrested my mom twice for nothing. And so now he has a negative mindset towards police officers in the United States of America.
told him yes, I was good.
Do you all share the same brain?
You know the answer to that question.
Yeah, the answer is yes, because you all parrot the same shit, you all break the same laws, you all act like sovereign citizens, and you don't follow the law.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry I feel that way. I have video documentation of cops breaking the law nonstop over the past 20 years, but is he sorry that I feel that way? Get out of here, dude. Dude, get out of here, because you're stupid and you're a liar. You're a lying, stupid, sovereign citizen piece of shit.
When you pull back out, please be careful.
Go fuck your mother. How about that?
That's real nice.
Yeah, she is real nice. Nice fucking boots. Fuck off.
You know, for some of the viewing audience who may find those words offensible that activist just stated aloud, let me remind you of the 1971 case of Cohen versus California, where a Supreme Court justice named Louis Brandeis, who was on the Supreme Court from 1939 until 1971. And Louis Brandeis in Cohen versus California, he had written this gigantic thesis on understanding Louis Brandeis, understanding that every single word that you may use that some people may consider vulgar, that lets you know the depths of the feelings that the person is saying those things. Now, some of you may be offended by this particular verbiage, by this lexicon. However, this, put a 1 in the chat if the words being articulated here represent your feelings.
Stupid and you're a liar. Get out of here, dude. Dude, get out of here, because you're stupid and you're a liar. You're a lying, stupid, sovereign citizen piece of shit.
When you pull back out, please be careful.
Go fuck your mother. How about that?
That's real nice.
Yeah, she is real nice. Nice fucking boots. Fuck off.
Now, some of you may find that difficult to listen to, and others of you may find it pleasing to your ears. So I just want to make sure that I stay within the boundaries myself of political correctness so that we can address the core issues of reforming police departments in America, starting with getting rid of those handcuffs that a lot of people in America now refer to as torture cuffs. So if you consider them torture cuffs, just put down in the comment section so that people who are watching this would understand how many people believe that handcuffs were created to torture you, just for slaves originally.
See, I fucking try to be nice, but you see, piece of shit. Fucking liars. They're fucking liars. Oh, God. So here we go. $265 they want to steal from my family. Because why? Because he's a piece of dog shit, and I wouldn't fucking bend over to him. There you go. Another fucking video.
Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to look up something real quick and see if I have it in my Cash App. I might have it. Let me just see something real fast. Because oh, come on, don't start selling me shit. Let me just look somebody up here. Okay, cool. I haven't used my Cash App at all. So let me see what pops up. No, not that. Sorry, I'm just looking up and seeing if I have John Felix's. I do. I mean, there's 500 people here, 600 people, just over 600 people between the different sites. This is John Felix's Cash App. Everybody sent him $1 or $3. $3. There's 500 people, 600 people. That's $1,800. If you can afford to send Felix $3, I'm going to send him $5. That's his Cash App right here. And I just want you to put nice video, Johnny. Nice video, Johnny. Not more than $5. Not more than $5. If you have the $5 to burn, let's everybody send him $5 and say, nice video, Johnny. That's his Cash App. I'm going to send him $5 right now. And I'm going to put, wait. I'm going to wait for a few of you guys to do it. Nice video, Johnny. Send him $5 and I'm going to wait. I'll send $5 in a second, but that's his Cash App right there. Put it in the comment section real fast because, just because let's just send him $5. Let's just send him $5. Okay. You send him $5 for beer. Okay. I'll send him $5. I don't want him to know it's me yet. I just want a bunch of people to send him $5. I don't want him to know that I had a bunch of people send him $5. But if you have $5 to burn and you're like, I don't give a shit about $5, then send him $5. And yeah, that's it right there, Mikey. Everybody send John Felix $5. If you have $5 to burn, listen, there's people who don't have $5 to burn. So you might have $1 to burn though. You might have $1. Even if you're broke, you might have $1. You might have $1. You might have $1. Okay, sorry. I'm just having a good time here. I'm just having a good time. Okay, so I can't sing at all. But I want to go back to this because okay, so this was the end of the James Freeman audit. Okay. This is the end of the James Freeman audit. But then it goes into this guy's car and it's just really boring. I mean, I watched it.
What legal action, if any, I will take? I am unsure as to the context of the retainment of the receipt. It would seem on the surface to constitute an unlawful seizure.
So, I mean, I'll give you a thumbs up on your video, man, and I'll say thank you. Thank you for showing us this, and I'll give him one of these. And I'll share his link in the comment section. So if you guys want to give his video a like, there it is. There it is. So no, let's go OTVO. No, you didn't. No, you dirty rat. You can't call you a rat because it's something different. You dirty dog. You dirty rat means something different. So anyway, I'm going to pay John Felix $5 right now. And I'm going to put nice video, Johnny. There it is. I'm sending Felix. Nice video, Johnny. Okay. $5. Just $5. All right. Okay. I got another video for you. Sorry about that. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun because I'm not sure if you guys I have to make sure that I reading about all the Supreme Court justices and learning about all of them, a little bit about each one of them, I have to make sure that I find the humor in things more than I find the anger. Or you read the Supreme Court justices, they all die real young. They die real young.
Fox 2's Dave Kinston is live with the latest. Dave?
Yeah, these charges have raised a lot of eyebrows, especially in the policing world. What we do know, according to sources, is this officer is still currently on the job, and this is an incident that happened a year ago. This is Almont Lapeer County Police Officer Amanda Szymanski when she was a Ferndale police officer honored as the 2017 Mad Officer of the Year. Now she's charged with lying to investigators for saying that she was with her 15-year-old son at the time he was driving a car that crashed with an Amazon driver.
Man, did you hear that though? Did you hear what she did?
Son.
Come on, sucker. I'll watch it on YouTube if you keep doing this. Sorry about that. Let's watch it on YouTube so I can actually mess with the gauges. I'm supposed to mess with the gauges.
Son at the time he was driving a car that crashed with an Amazon driver, leaving the Amazon driver with life-threatening injuries. But witnesses say she was never even there.
She's been working, and this just occurred about a year ago.
Jim Tiganelli heads up the Police Officers Association of Michigan and says Officer Szymanski could lose her license to be a
look at Szymanski. There's Szymanski.
Cop if convicted of a felony. Sources tell Fox 2 Almont police bosses want her on administrative leave, but a top official in town allegedly blocked that move. She's now scheduled to work again later this week.
In Michigan, if you are found guilty of, plead guilty to, or no contest to a felony, you're automatically disqualified from having MCOL's Commission on Law Enforcement Standards certification. So if that was to all occur, if it becomes a misdemeanor, it's not an automatic loss of license.
Macomb County is prosecuting the case. They say the officer's teenage son left the scene of the crash, allegedly caused by the Amazon driver not yielding to the teen. Prosecutors say the officer showed up while off duty and told investigators she was in the same car with their son, but that was not the case, according to detectives who followed up on the probe.
This officer could be in a world of crap.
Retired DPD Assistant Chief Steve Dolan says police officers are held to a higher standard and have to be treated as such, meaning her job might be on the line.
If you write someone a ticket for whatever, and they go to court, and someone who's kind of astute says, wait a minute, you're writing me a ticket and you lied to the police? Your Honor, this ticket should be dismissed. I mean, it may sound far-fetched, but that's what happens.
Now, the charge against the officer is a 2-year high court misdemeanor. The now 16-year-old son.
What, did he just slip in there? Wait a second. I'm so sorry. What, did he just slip in here at the end? Remember, if she gets convicted of a felony, she loses her license. She loses her license. Like, you understand that part? Like, holy shit, Drophead just dropped 50 new memberships. Right on. Dude, Drophead, thanks. But now listen to this just real quick.
Now, the charge against the officer is a 2-year high court misdemeanor. The now 16-year-old
2-year high court misdemeanor. What is that?
Against the officer is a 2-year high court misdemeanor.
What? We went from felony, you lose your peace officer's license, to a 2-year high court misdemeanor. What are you talking about?
The now 16-year-old son in this case was charged with failure to stop at the scene of an accident resulting in serious impairment or death. That is a 5-year felony. We're told
a 5-year felony. What? Hold on a second.
In this case was charged with failure to stop at the scene of an accident
Okay, failure to stop at a scene of an accident. You hit something, your adrenaline's going crazy. You might have a bad day and freak out. It's possible, right? Maybe.
Resulting in serious impairment or death.
But it didn't result in serious impairment or death.
That is a 5-year felony.
A 5-year felony. Get the flock out of here. Do you understand what putting someone in jail for 5 years does? To the person, to the family, to the life? Nobody died here. 5 year. It's a 5-year felony? Who said? I think we should revisit that. Don't you think? I think we should revisit that about a 5-year felony. Should we have 5-year felonies for nobody dying?
Told that a judge has set a magistrate set bond at $5,000 personal bond for the officer. Reporting live, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Dave, in this situation, very unusual for that officer to stay on the job. Is there any rationale on behalf of that top official that wants her to keep working?
Well, it could perhaps be that these charges came down kind of late. Now,
could be the mayor.
This all happened in Lapeer County, but Lapeer County kicked the case on down to Macomb County because of a conflict of interest concern there. So that could be part of it as well. We looked on the website, and she's still listed on the website as an active member there. But could that change? We will certainly find out.
Eric Brandt got 12 years for words. Let that sink in. Yeah, we've completely, utterly lost any sort of realm of any kind of any kind of truth that we have a just or correct penal situation in the United States of America. We have to change the penal. Drophead 74, thanks for the 50 memberships, man. I appreciate you bringing in members. Thanks. I don't know how to say that. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. God bless you, brother. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. It's like Bill Streets, right on, man. I'm so glad to be home too. In between these videos, I want to just say hello, and I want to show you guys some stuff. Like there's like, I want to show you this just real quick here. It won't take a really, really long time. It'll just take a second though. We're gonna come right back to that video right there. But I just want to show you guys something. I was just in jail for 4 months, as you guys may or may not know. Wrongfully convicted. Conviction was overturned, and it's like all these people right here. Andy McSweeney, Stanley, all the April. Kevin, Catherine, just me, anonymous, being Doe, Robert Gomez, Jose Contreras, all of you people, Angel, I know who that is. Thanks, Angel. Joe, April again, 3 months ago. Gerald, anonymous, threw in a couple. Jeffrey Toman, Mark Scoble, Brian, Jose Rodriguez, anonymous, Manuel Torres. Look, and you guys look at the anonymous, Brian Clifton, Steven, Jason. You guys all put this in. Everybody put in. Wow. Put in. So, it's like Jason Matos, so dope. Quang Lin put in 25. David McKee put in 100. You guys, look, and it was, you guys saved me. You guys straight up saved me. It keeps going for a really long time. Raylene Carlisle, Mark Anderson, Ron Larson, Danielle Currington put in 100. Garcia Angel put in 100. George Tanner, anonymous. Michael Wininski put in 15. Anonymous. Elizabeth, look, you anonymous, 100. You guys did this for me, and there's no way to say thank you enough times. You guys, I'm not going to cry, so we're going to get off this. I'm going to come back. We're going to do more names. I'll keep on calling some people out and saying thank you. But you guys kept me alive. Tom Shaw, I know Tom. I know, but I don't know Michelle, and Michelle put in 20. I don't know Warren. I don't know Claire. I don't know. I maybe I know Michael. I don't think Oscar. I don't. I know you know me. This person put in 50. You guys. What you did for me. Just no real way to say thank you. Other than that, it's just like. So, thank you to each and every one of you who have supported me and backed me up with literally pulling money out of your pocket and helping me. So, I'm not gonna sit and cry every day about it. And I'm not gonna, I realize that I'm powered by the people, or I wouldn't have made it. I would have gone under 100%. You can't afford those legal bills and pay your rent and pay your note. You just, no matter whose business you are, if the main staple of the business is gone, which was me here with you guys giving away specials, 2 for $1. I throw in some free cards, $1 promo, stuff like that. It's just a little bit of revenues generated. And, but that was gone without me here. So, so then you guys swooped in and donated all that money to me so I could pay these lawyers and dip a little into my savings, but I was able to stay afloat because of you. So if you haven't heard it yet, and I'll see my editors cut this into a short, thank you for donating to me and helping me. You guys literally, okay, I'm going to cry. So I don't want to cry.
All right, man, who's your buddy?
What's up?
Who's your buddy?
What? What's going on, man?
I'm having sheets, a couple of motorcycles with their plates further down the road.
So just so you know, this guy on this motorcycle is famous.
Who's your buddy, man?
I have no idea.
Oh, you won't play that game.
I seriously don't.
So you want the ticket for improper display instead, then?
What? My bad too?
What's that?
My bad too?
Yeah, both of you. You know that just. All right, man. Do you have an idea on you?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm not going anywhere.
So why is he being ticketed for what the other guy did?
I mean, see, I was trying to be cool and just have him pull it down, but he wants to be an asshole. You don't know your buddy.
I don't know who that is.
And he wonders why we don't like them. He's harassing one motorcycle rider because another motorcycle rider was riding however he was riding, but
sorry, my bad.
Oh, hey.
My bad. I'm sorry. What's going on?
yeah, see, he's famous, so people are walking up to him because they're like, "Oh, wow, it's this guy." I don't know his. We can find out real quick. It's Thought Taken. He's got 481,000 subscribers. This video's got almost 600,000 views on it. So it just came out October 21st of 2023.
Come on,
Pat's over there. Oh, you're good.
So the cops are here?
All right, man. Hang out.
Oh, Pat's here. Okay, cool. I think so.
You have a YouTube channel, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Okay, that's you. That is it. I thought it was. I couldn't figure out the fucking name.
I do.
No, it's fine. It is what it is.
I'm not going anywhere.
When you catch up with your buddy, let him know if we find out who he is. He's gonna have a felony warrant.
I mean, look at the, it's like everything becomes a felony. Everything now becomes a major problem. It couldn't just be some guy took off on a bike. Okay, whatever. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got killed. It's all ego based. It's all ego based. That's all it is.
I told him I was
If you happen to be at the same gas pump again, somewhere randomly,
I saw him at the pier. I have no idea.
And you would know if you watch a couple seconds of this guy's videos, right? If he ran around with that guy all the time or not, he would be on his camera. That's probably his merch. That's probably his hoodie.
Dude, you should have seen the gas in Pennsylvania. It was $3.90 for 87. Wait, that's more expensive? Yeah.
Shit. Welcome to California.
For 57. I was like, or 87, I should say. What am I saying? 57.
Yes, I do.
I was on my phone. Somebody see that it's a ballot.
I wonder if this cop's figured out that this kid's famous. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, it for me, being known helped me a lot in jail, and it worked against me too, because a couple things happened that it was some BS. But being known by other people who support the work that we're doing, and we will get rid of torture cuffs. I've already designed a device. I'm patenting it now. There's a way to get rid of torture cuffs. I mean, I had a lot of time to think, and I had a lot of time I paid an artist chips, the chips that you guys sent me. I paid an artist chips to draw out the replacement I have for torture cuffs that can replace them like that right now. As soon as it's done, it'll be done by the end of this next year. Yeah. Yep.
It's a pretty loyal friend of yours. Because I would have just told you to put it down and get out of here. You just told me who your friend was, but you're gonna get a ticket for improper display, so you need to fold that down. It has to be visible.
Well, I mean,
I can try to. I mean, we have to. It has to be visible.
So he's punishing this guy because he couldn't get the other biker. You heard him say it on camera.
Is your current address still?
I hope this guy hires the best lawyer there is. This case might be over because it happened October 21st, 2023, almost a year ago.
So, I want to go to court. I want to go to court. Court date is October 10th at noon. It's the mayor's court up on Memphis. If you want to pay it, though, there's instructions for that. All right? All right, man. Have a good night. Tell your buddy not to come over here. It's going to be like that. That's fine.
Like I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Why does the state need to take that man's money? For what reason does he need to pay the state money? For what did he do that caused another person injury, caused another person harm? Why does he have to pay money? He already has to pay money for the registration and for the license and for the BS that they do. Why does he need to give the state another dime? I'm just so confused by some sort of, he has something that hangs down over his license plate or whatever it may be. But why does he have to give the state money? What are the damages that the state must have incurred? What are they? You know, it just is really, really frustrating for me to see that kind of stuff happen. It just frustrates me to no end because something. Oh, I've seen this. I watched this whole thing. Okay. I'll show you guys this one. It's
on June
24th,
2000.
Yeah, you know, it going to that dungeon for 4 months definitely I'm 220 pounds. So I gained 20 pounds of fat, just fat. It's horrible. It's horrible. I have to work it off. Right. But it's crazy because my brain learned, all I did was learn Supreme Court justices, presidents, states. I learned all this stuff for the constitutional law scholar game that I created. So it F's you up though, because you don't walk around a lot. You're not on your toes. You're not moving a lot. You're not, even if I sit here with you guys for 3 hours, the other part of my day, I'm moving, I'm doing stuff. Just taking off the weight alone is going to be hard. It's not that it humbled me. It's that it gave me a lot of time to think, to sit there and think, because if you just squeeze how mad you are and how hateful you are that this, how angry you are that this is being done to you, then it'll just eat you up. So instead, what I did is I focused and I studied, but there was no walking around. You don't walk around the dungeon. It's not how it works. You sit on a bed all day and you get to come out sometimes, but not very often. You don't get to come out very often.
2023, an officer on routine patrol observed a speeding motorcycle in Holman, Wisconsin. As he followed from a distance, the motorcyclist sped through a parking lot, parked, and entered a gas station. While the rider was inside, the officer ran the temporary plates on the motorcycle, which returned to a 19-year-old male named Isaac. Additionally, it was discovered that Isaac held a restricted motorcycle permit mandating helmet use in daylight riding. Despite this, he was riding without a helmet well into the night. Minutes later.
Okay, so you follow what this says here? So what?
While the rider was inside, the officer ran the temporary plates on the motorcycle.
So that's the whole thing. It's like this system that some may call oppressive, authoritarian, and despotic isn't working for the general public because the police are looking to criminalize you. They're pulling into parking and they're running everybody's plates and they're, oh no, we're doing it so that we can get stolen cars back. Well, how many horror stories have you heard about someone who got held at gunpoint because the car came back stolen on the radio? We have created a society that endorses and is willing to pay for these police to criminalize people, to criminalize you, to find something tick-tock wrong with whatever you're doing and criminalize you. And there's so many people who support it 100%. It has to be changed. The only way that can change is government leadership.
Which returned to a 19-year-old male named Isaac. Additionally, it was discovered that Isaac held a restricted motorcycle permit mandating helmet use in daylight riding. Despite this, he was riding without a helmet well into the night. Minutes later, he left the store and once more sped through the parking lot. Upon initiating a traffic stop, Isaac promptly accelerated once more, reaching a speed of 80 miles per hour. Eventually, Isaac arrived at the road's end, steering into the grassy area. As a result of this maneuver, the motorcycle spun out and yeeted him off into the abyss, from where he then fled on foot.
It's going to be a 10:50 at the end of Viking. We got a white male, pink t-shirt, black pants, running into the woods.
So, Joffrey Jones just chimed in and said, we haven't created anything. I think he's referring to himself being black. Actually, you have. You have created just by your presence, just because you're you, a despotic industrial prison complex, really truly created to punish you for being black. That's what the system was created to do. As sick and twisted as that is. The 13th Amendment, if you guys don't really know the whole facts behind the 13th Amendment, Abraham Lincoln, if you read his inaugural address when he's inaugurated into president in 1861, he says he has no plans for emancipation at all whatsoever. We're not touching anything. Everything's going to go just how it was. And so then the 13th Amendment ended up being a compromise of, well, they're free as long as they don't go to jail, and then they're slaves again. And this was a real conversation. So just by your presence, Jeffrey, can I call you Joffrey? The prison industrial complex was created in I'll put it like this. North Carolina didn't have a prison until 1865. You do the geography however you want to do it from there. So you did create something. You did, it's just, it is what it is. If you've never read Uncle Tom's Cabin, Joffrey, if you've never read Uncle Tom's Cabin, I read it in jail, and you are not ready for what you're going to read in Uncle Tom's Cabin.
$716 Minnesota temp tag 0221. Yeah, I lit him up. He took off on me, and I got he wrecked out on the grass.
Everything okay?
Yeah, you want to put that down? Okay. Please, thank you. Everything's good. 716 to the county unit. You want to go again?
I got my 2 kids and wife.
Okay, I just had someone take off for me. They ran into the woods.
Okay. Yeah, I have to consider open. I do have weapons at home.
Yeah, 10-4. If they want to go west of the scene and try to see if they can locate them over there.
You want me to open the camera? I got camera on me. It's working.
If you want to, but I should be good.
Okay.
So I'm showing you this. There's a couple really funny parts here where you got to hear what this cop.
I just didn't know if you seen him hunked down, but I'll actually probably grab that camera footage from you if you're going to stay away.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
He ran up into the woods back that way, but he took the keys with him, so I can't secure the bike. I don't know how he grabbed them so fast. .905's heading your way. I got to stay with the bike until someone else gets here. So I'm going to go try to keep up with 905 and see if we can track him down. I had to light him up back there. He came flying down here, did not realize it was a dead end, hit the wet grass and over, but he took the keys, so there's no way for me to secure the bike. 716 905, where you at?
Several other law enforcement agencies arrived and assisted with searching for Isaac. However, they were unsuccessful in locating him.
No. All right, moving before I get eaten.
Here. No. Back. No. Shot.
Look, so I want to show you, look at the lengths they're going. There's a reason why I'm showing you this. Look at the lengths that they're going through the woods. They got the dog. They got several cops out there. So you see everything they're doing.
I already grabbed his plate prior to him even getting to Quick Trip.
No. No. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Having obtained Isaac's complete information from the license plates, including his address, the officer decided to pay a visit to his residence.
Worst case scenario, I got his address. I looked at his picture prior to him going into Quick Trip, and there's going to be cameras at Quick Trip. I watched him hit that grass. I knew it was a dead end. I was like, you're fucked. He hit that grass, and he's just like...
So you heard him say that I got his address. Did you hear that part? My dog's going crazy, but did you hear this part?
His picture prior to him going into Quick Trip, and there's going to be cameras at Quick Trip. I watched him hit that grass. I knew it was a dead end. I was like, you're there.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Having obtained Isaac's complete information from the license plates,
then why do you have, including his address, then why are you trucking around all in the woods like that?
His address, the officer decided to pay a visit to his residence.
Worst case scenario, I got his address. I looked at his picture prior to him going into Quick Trip.
You mean most people have to go to a home? Most people have to go to an address? Is that what you mean? You don't have to chase them?
There's gonna be cameras at Quick Trip. I watched him hit that grass. I knew it was a dead end. I was like, "You're fucked." He hit that grass, and he's just like, boom.
Upon arrival, his mother answered the door and seemed puzzled by their presence.
So he's just going to the guy's house, you mean? You mean you don't have to chase him, track him down through the woods with a dog? You don't have to do all that? You don't? Nope. Because you know his face was seen at the restaurant, and you got his license and you got his full address. So that means you don't need to chase him. I'm just from the cheap seats over here. From the cheap seats. You don't gotta chase him? Oh, that's a concept, isn't it? You can go to his house here.
It's a really big dog. Police department. Police department.
Oh my. Hi.
Hi, who are you?
Hello.
Hey, I'm looking for Isaac.
Oh shit. Okay. I don't know if he's home.
Okay, he ran
So you know he's 19 years old. He lives at his mama's house.
for me on his motorcycle.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Oh fuck. All right, pal.
All right.
Would you look at that? 90% of Americans are going to comply. 90% of Americans are going to go get their kid. 9 out of 10 people are just going to go, oh, my 19-year-old kid ran? Let me go get him. I'll bring him up here for you. That's most people. Most people, once you're caught, you're caught. They got cameras everywhere now. They got your face. You're not getting away with hurting anybody. You might not get away with cheating on your boyfriend or girlfriend because how many cameras are in the world? You're not getting away anymore. We don't need to chase people. That can end now. We're at that place. Whew. Remember when we were younger? We were like, man, I wonder if there'll be so many cameras everywhere. You won't be able to ever be off camera. If you go outside, you're going to be on camera. We're there now. We're there right now. Right this second. We're all on camera. Put a 1 in the chat if you know we're all on camera right now. Most of the time, when you leave your house, put a 1 if you believe that there's a dash camera in someone's car filming you. There's a camera on that store. There's a camera on that gas station. There's a camera on that building. Put a 1 if you know the only one who has access to the cameras is the government. We need an open network camera system that we all get access to. That's really comprehensive. And everybody gets access to it. Everybody. You can just log right in and look at that camera, including the helmet cam with a 1/2-inch thick helmet that has cameras facing down on the coppers. But just to go back to my point here, they're at the guy's house.
What's up, Pooch? Oh yeah, he's changed and everything.
He's like talking or something. I don't know.
Sorry. What's up, Isaac?
What's going on?
You want to tell me what's going on? You want to tell me why I'm here?
I don't know.
If you want to lie to me, you can.
I don't know.
Quick Trip has phenomenal cameras. Where's your motorcycle at?
I can tell you.
All right. You've been home all night.
No, it's like 11.
Since 11 p.m.?
11-ish.
All right. What happened to your face? How'd you get all scratched up?
I got this at work the other day.
All right.
I opened the cooler door and it scratched.
Where is your motorcycle at?
I don't know.
I thought you said it was here.
I said I've been home since like 11.
I heard him come home because the dog freaked out.
Yeah. 11.
Oh, it was okay.
How'd you get home?
I just got home. It's my buddy Gavin dropped me off.
Who?
My buddy Gavin dropped me off.
Okay. How'd you get to Gavin's house?
I wasn't over at Gavin's house.
Where were you?
He's over at my buddy's house.
Okay. How'd you get there?
I got dropped off.
You got dropped off?
Yeah.
You want to be honest with me, or are you just going to keep lying?
I'm telling you.
But I was right behind you when you crashed your bike, right? You left Quick Trip, which has excellent cameras. I watched you go into Quick Trip before you took off. So you want to be honest?
Okay, I'll be honest.
Okay. What were you thinking?
I went over on my...
What? Okay. So do you see what I'm saying? I'm not showing you this here because this is a cop sucking channel that we're watching. I'm showing you how most people, most of us, I don't want to have a fist fight with a bunch of guys after I broke the law. I don't want to take them on and have a fist fight with them. Most of us don't. Most of us won't. More than 95% of us are not criminally insane. There's 5% of people who are criminally insane that are nuts. There's no negotiating with them. 95% of us, once the camera's on us and we know that we're packed with camera lenses, we're done. We're done. He stood there for like a minute, listened to the bullshit, and then said, "Do you want to tell the truth?" And the kid's like, "Yep, I do." Do you see? That's who we are. 9 out of 10 people got in 2020, 2021. They got it. They got it. You know what I mean? They got it. 90%, 95% of people got that in America. We're a pretty compliant bunch of people. I did not, but that's everybody's individual choice. So it's, but I watched this and I wanted to show you that this guy ran away. We saw him run away. He lies to the cop, right? Okay. Now there's another portion of this that I want to show you. Okay. I get it. So we all know he did something wrong, right? According to the current licensing system, he didn't have the right license, didn't have his helmet. So according to the current statutes, the way they're written, he did something wrong. But I want to point out something else.
I went over to my buddy's house on my bike.
Yep.
And I just bought the thing. I'm not supposed to be out.
Yep. I know.
And you lit me up and you scared the crap out of me. I didn't know what to do. So I just ran like literally 4 houses down to his house, and I just sat there for an hour, and then I came here.
Okay. Dude, you realize riding without a license is a ticket?
I have a permit. I
know. That's a citation. Do you know what running from the cops is?
A big problem.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
It's a felony. So I'm going to have you turn around and place your hands behind your back.
It's a felony.
A big problem.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
It's a felony. So I'm going to have you
turn around and put your hands behind your back, even though he will completely and utterly comply. If you guys don't know Team DeleteLawZ 24, this guy was in the dungeon with me. We pre-agreed before he got out that he would create this particular handle. So this guy was in jail with me. He was one of the few guys that I could, on one hand, that was, I mean, maybe there was more than a few, maybe there was more than 5. There was about 10 guys that I knew who were all pretty sharp over the 4 months. And this guy's one of them. And he was also arrested on a motorcycle. He can tell his own story when I bring him on the show and you guys can meet him. Totally normal, sane, rational, intelligent person that didn't need to be put in torture cuffs to comply with whatever authority asked him to do. You wouldn't have to torture cuff me. If you tell me I have to go with you, then I'll just go. Oh, but you're not like everybody else. I'm like 95% of people. Oh, you're not like, that's not everybody's going to do. You're right. Some will be a little more assholes than others. Some will be a little bit more defiant than others. But most of us, once you put on the digital detainment device, once they're wearing the digital detainment device, they will comply. They simply will. People will. Once they truly know that they're digitally detained. Put a 1 in the chat if you're surrounded by cops and you've done some shoplifting, or even say you went across the red light when it was red and you walked when it was red instead of green. If you're going to force me to go with you, I'll go without you having to beat me up or shoot me with a taser or any of the other disgusting things you've agreed to do to people. Right? Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to go. Put a 1 in the chat if the cops say, "Hey, you got to come with us, get in the car." Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to go. I'll tell you, it's 1 for me. I'm not doing it. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing it. It's a 1 for me. You tell me I got to go with you. I have a choice. I can either wear a digital detainment device or I can get the chains put on. I'll take the digital detainment device. I'll take that. Give me the digital detainment device and I'll do that. And then I'll go with you. Because I don't want to get chained up and be completely incapacitated so that I can't function as a normal human being. I don't want to be chained at all. I don't want to be grabbed and all felt up. I don't want to deal with all that kind of stuff. So, but watch. So now, and here was my last point on this video.
A big problem.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
It's felony.
Yeah, it's a felony, but he can't get away, but it's a felony anyway.
So I'm going to have you turn around and place your hands behind your back for me.
Call a super lawyer.
You been drinking?
No.
Smell like alcohol. You're 19? All right. Do you have some shoes and they'll have to change down at the jail? Maybe some shorts or something you could grab for him or some pants?
Just give me a minute.
All right. Sounds good.
Shoes, socks.
Just does he have some slip-on shoes and then some shorts or pants or
Yeah,
something that he
okay.
could throw on quick? So here's the deal. We have your bike.
So here's the deal.
I don't know what you were thinking. That we weren't going to find you. The plates are on it.
I wasn't thinking.
That's fair. How much have you had to drink tonight, bud? Yeah.
That's fair.
That's with me.
I freaked out. I got home and had like 3 years.
After you got home?
After.
Where are the cans at? Take a deep breath in and blow out like you're blowing a balloon. There you go. Grab that straw. Put it in your pocket. Think maybe you weren't thinking because you were drinking prior to?
No.
All right. I'm going to put these back on, all right? You need to apologize to your mom. She raised you 19 years.
Oh.
And I'm assuming she raised you better than this?
You know, if that's not obvious, I don't know what is.
What was that?
And
if that's not obvious, I don't know what is.
You're lucky you didn't kill yourself. You're not wearing a helmet. All right, bud. We're going to go to the passenger side, all right? A little bit further. There you go.
Look at that tiny little area. His feet can't be straightened out. That shoe won't go straight between the two. It's too big. You can see it.
It's the weekend. You might be there till Monday. It's a Friday, so he might be there all weekend until the judge sees, and maybe they'll give him a bond before that or not. So.
Okay. So here's the $1 million question. Here it is. Ready? Why does he need to go to jail? Why does he need to go to jail? How come? What? You got him. You got him for sure. You got him, right? Put a one in the chat if they got him. They got him. They got him. They caught the guy. He admitted to it. It's on camera. He sat there and admitted to it. It's on video. Why does he have to go to jail? You got the motorcycle. It's gone. You got it impounded. You can tell him, I'm going to take your driver's license. Give me your driver's license. You need a driver's license, which would be taking his ID. So he might need an ID, but you can say, you have court Monday to face the judge to see if you get to keep your driver's license because you smell like alcohol. And I'm going to report that. I'm going to give you a ticket for DUI. And then tell his mom, I can leave him here, but I leave him in your custody to make sure he doesn't drive a vehicle because he's been drinking. And that you'll call me and I'll come back here to stop him from drinking and driving. Why does in today's day and age, in today's day and age, why does he have to go to jail? How come? You got him. You know where he lives. You have his vehicle. You have his ID. You got his mama. You got him. You got him. Why does he need to go to jail? Why does he need to be put in chains and taken to a jail? Is that going to make our society safer? Is that going to make society better? Is it going to teach him any lessons? Is he going to become a better person? Is he going to learn anything from this experience that he's going to be able to take away positively? The answer is no and nothing to all that. The entire experience for him is going to be so horrifically bad and so terrible that it will likely scar him for the rest of his life. It'll be an experience that he'll talk about for years, or he'll never talk to anybody about what he went through. It's such a terrible experience. But there are people who sign up to this organization and say they just signed up to help people. Obviously, you haven't been through the experience of being arrested. Every single person that you arrest, you don't help. You give them the PTSD experience that they will refer to for the rest of their life when they talk to friends and family and say, what was the worst thing ever? Going to jail. And you signed up to do that when there are 10 million other possible jobs in the world for you to do. You signed up to do that. Okay, so there's going to be people who don't agree with me that say, oh, Chille, don't blame the guy for signing up for that job. I'm not blaming you. Here's a mirror. This 19-year-old kid, forgive me, I turned 50 next month, so 19-year-old kid, young man, that young man did not need to go to jail. What? What do you mean? That changes the whole system of money. We need to take him to jail because there's all those guys down there wearing badges that they got to get paid. And the guys down there with badges, man, they're going to treat him how he's being punished. You're being punished. For being in here, you're being punished. We're the punishers. That's 4 out of 5 of them. I believe that you're there being punished and that you need to be punished. But instead, what it does is it gives the person going through it the worst experience ever. And the punishment that you do to them either makes them worse or just rightfully indignant and resent those punishers who punished them. Me personally, I believe it's going to be a payday. That's what I think, for myself anyway. And I'm not mad at anybody. I forgive all those people for what they did to me. I forgive you 1,000 times over. Good luck with your life. I hope I can get some money out of what you people did. But this kid didn't need to go to jail. In today's day and age, cops always say in today's day and age.
There you go.
Okay? In today's day and age.
Grab that straw. Put it in your pocket. Think maybe you weren't thinking because you were drinking prior to?
No.
All right. I'm going to put these back on, all right?
Let me get the chains back out.
Prior to?
No.
All right. I'm going to put these back on, all right?
There it is. That I'm sorry, but that just doesn't need to happen. Not anymore. Not anymore. Excuse me, ma'am, do you live here? Yes, I do. Does your son live here? Is this your son? Yes, it is. Great. I'm going to take a retina scan of your eye real quick because this is how we're going to identify people in the future, a retina scan. And I'm going to plug you here with him, and I'm going to say I'm going to leave him in your custody so that he doesn't drink and drive tonight. And then remember, we know where you live. If he doesn't show up for court, we just come straight here now. There's no like dicking around. We just come, and then we put the judge on the phone with you, and then you have the hearing right there in front of us. We just put the phone right in your hand, and you face the judge right here on the phone. And the judge says, hey, Chille, you missed court again. Listen, you're going to be fined now. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to come and work for us in some capacity to make the money to pay the fine because you don't have the money. But jailing is failing. Putting people in jail doesn't make them have to pay off anybody or make anything better for anybody other than those who are being paid to be a punisher. So it can all be changed now. There can be no more missing court dates because there's a judge sitting there in their office going, who's next? DeCastro, boom. Mr. DeCastro, you missed court. This is your judge. It's going to be a $100 fine. Okay, cool. Listen, what do you want to do about blah, blah, blah? Do you have an attorney? Cool. I'm going to set another date for you. If you miss it, there's going to be cops that come out. They're going to put this phone in your hand with me on it. I'm going to give you another fine. Take more of your money. If you don't pay that fine, I'm going to make you go work on the roads to pay the fine. Ready? Here's the deal. Because I am the judge and I have all the power in the world and you have none. But now the judge is on the phone. Could you just imagine that? You take someone to jail, it doesn't help society. Listen, there are some people who have to go to a dungeon. I hate saying that. There are some people who have to go to even re-education because there's some people, just so you know, let me tell you this. There are some people who just need an education. That's all. I met a guy in jail. He went to Phoenix. He was deported to Phoenix. He was arrested on charges, and he had a Phoenix thing that he did from driving a car. And this guy was very gregarious, quick, fast, sharp. He was almost illiterate. He could read, but not great. I said, man, if you got an education with your personality, you would be unstoppable. Every day when I saw him, I woke up and said to him, bro, promise me you're going to get an education, because you have the means, you have the money through whatever endeavors you're doing to go to the community college and get an education. So many people in that dungeon just need an education. They can't do basic arithmetic. They can't do basic arithmetic. And I'm not making fun of those people. I'm saying they can't do basic arithmetic. So let me read off. Let me show you guys something real quick here. Let me do this. Let me see. Okay. Got it. Let me share this screen with you. This is the Seth Edwards, Jeremy Anderson, Anonymous, Alex, Theodore, Jennifer, Christopher, thank you. Kyle, Jose, Utah Defender, thank you. Everett, TJ Stone, Raphael, Stephen, Robert Tozy, Charles Phillips, Dawn, thank you. Thank you. Hold on a second. Wyatt, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Troy, Auber, Anonymous, thank you. Raymond, Kevin, thank you, man. Dane, Charles, thank you, dude. I appreciate you. These are just a few weeks ago. Jennifer, thank you. Anonymous, thank you. Bryce, Gene Wilson, thank you. I appreciate it. Benjamin, April Bass, thank you. Just throwing in. Thank you. Just me, Marcus, Voight, thank you. It's like there's just so many people that I need to say thank you to. It's literally thousands of people who donated. Wayne, Just Me Again, Carlos, Mike, thank you. Chris Forrest, thank you. Richard, thank you. Marcus, thank you. Jeffrey, Ross, Anonymous, Debbie, Jill, thank you. Jill, thank you. Colin, thank you. Thomas, Dan Hanlon, thank you. Chuck, thanks, Chuck. John, Scott, April, wow, just donating again and again. Donating more than once, a lot of people donating 2 or 3 times to make sure that I didn't get buried by this horrible system that was clearly biased. Corey, Zane, John, Stephen, John, Gabriel, Joseph, Nathan, Anonymous, Rachel Faye, thank you. Jeffrey, Kevin, Wendy, Ronaldo, James Dixon, Tao 2, Luis, Christopher Benson, thank you. Julio, John, Kevin, Luis, Charles Montgomery, Dalit Singh, Bob, Dora, the couple that showed up from New York. There was an Indian couple or a Pakistani couple. I couldn't tell. They were really cool, like different kind of dark skin. And thank you for coming to the trial for the appeal. Luis, Tyrone, Darren, John, thank you. Gleb, thank you. Anderson Brown, Anonymous, Suje, thank you. Anonymous, Mark McDermott, thank you. Thank you. Josh Spivey, thank you. Anonymous, Scott Hargrove, thank you. Sterling Tucker, thank you. Marcus McIntyre, Alberto, Julios, Pineda, Durham, Jose, Eric, Scott, Anonymous, Victor, Anders, Dimitri, Timothy, Tutura, Rob, Anonymous, Troy, Brian. I mean, look at all these people who donated to me. Look at all of you people who donated money to me. Thank you. Thank you. I want you to understand how how much I understand what you guys did for me to keep me afloat so that I didn't get drowned by the system. I really appreciate it. So I really appreciate it. It means the absolute most to me. And I'll keep going down these lists. I'm going to start back over there and I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. Just keep going. Did everybody get a trifold? Everybody get a trifold? If you didn't afford one, I put the dollar ones up there. Did everybody get a trifold? I want to make sure everybody gets a trifold. If you can't afford one, you can email me and ask me to email you one. You can print out, or I can send you one in the mail. You know, I try to get people in on that dollar trifold. Did everybody get a trifold today? You've got to have a trifold in your car. You have to have one. You don't want to take the chance of getting arrested because you didn't invoke your rights and it wasn't on camera. Did everybody get their license, registration, proof of insurance all lined out? I don't agree with the license scam. It's a garbage thing. Shanta, I still have not mailed out your hoodie. Shanta, I got you on my radar. I will get you your hoodie, Shanta. And we are going to sue the jail and quite possibly the judge. So that's going to happen. I'm putting it up now. Like it's real. It's real. This is that fund. I'll put it in the comment section, but then I got to get the flock out of here pretty soon. It's 6:30 here. I've been on here for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Hoodies are coming back out. To be honest with you, I'm a week out now. I'm 1 week out. Today I'm 1 week out. And I'm finally just like normal again. It's really strange being this overweight for me. It's really a strange thing carrying, like I don't want to pull up my shirt and show you how fat and soft I am. It's so horrible for me because I'm a fitness junkie. You know, I was at the gym today for an hour. You know, I'm a fitness junkie, whether I like it or not. And so, you know, I just got my head on straight. James, I hope I can help you. You can email me. I don't go through the contact form, but yeah, I won the appeal. I won your appeal. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. All right, listen, I better get the flock out of here. No, I was at the gym. Thank you. You know, Ashley, thank you for saying sweet things, because I was at the gym for an hour and I tried to spend 15 minutes in the sun today. And I ended up with these big bags under my eyes from eating too much last night at the celebratory dinner with my buddy who watched my dog and his son. So we did that Texas Roadhouse last night. Delicious, delicious food. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming to my TED Talk. Just real quick, just get OTVO. There's Danelle Brown. Thank you, Danelle. There's Wanda. There's Danelle Brown. I see you. Mikey, thank you, brother. Thank you for moderating for me. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you, my jailbird friend. This poor bastard. If he wants to tell his story, he's got my number. I'll invite him on and we can tell his story. If he wants to tell his story, it's up to him. He's got a pretty crazy, hairy story. It's pretty detailed. Oh, Jody, thanks. You can't see it, but it's all on my sides, on my stomach, on my chest. I'm carrying so much fat because they just sat me in a bed and didn't let me get off of it. It was absolutely horrible. But thank you. I appreciate it. Brick Jones, Kelly Suavel, Brick Jones. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Michael Eline was here earlier. I don't know where he went off to, but I want to say thank you. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. There's Chevy. There you are. Chevy! What's up, Playboy? What's up, Chevy? What's up, Playboy? I'm a lion. Good to see you guys. We don't stop. Bill Streets. Thank you, Bill. Cyborg. Complying Borg. Thank you. Ryut Audits is here. Thank you. Chevy! Good to see you. Michael Martin. Dave's channel. Thank you, Dave's. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I hope everybody got a trifold today. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to stay on my mission. I'm going to try to make sure everybody has a trifold in their car. Everybody has Fifth Amendment cop cards. I'm not going to stop. I got the game coming out, Constitutional Law Scholar. Get the flock out of here. That game I created is so detailed, so in depth. You can't even imagine. You can't imagine. I had nothing but time to sit and think of how to put a game together called Constitutional Law Scholar that could captivate people. So that's what I did. That's what I did. I got to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you on the next one. Clown Patrol. I saw you, though. I saw Clown Patrol. I saw you. Michael Eline, thank you. Appreciate you. BZ Watchdog. Brick, I saw you in here. Texas Gal. Thank you guys for jumping in. Brian from Here's the Deal. Love you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. Okay.